Are we live?
I believe we are. We are live, Ali.
Excellent.
Hello and welcome to our game that we have for you tonight, the second of our Logjam games. This one, maincall.tf, previously called, I'm very sorry, Harry, but I can't pronounce your second name, AM eSports, after the incredible guy who worked for Vanilla TF2 for so long. And played Scout, of course, for Fackle Brigade, Ari. And they are playing tonight against Animate eSports. We're going to run through the rosters for you here. Ali, do you want to start us off with the incredible maincall.tf, the new super team? Hello, Ali? Are you alive? I believe he's died. Either I've died or he's died. So I'm going to assume that he's died. Thank you, Admirable.
Right,
I'm
okay.
still here.
No
Ali,
worry.
you're with us.
Yeah, I'm with
Are
you.
you alive? Thank you. Right, do you want to run us through the maincall.tf roster,
Yeah, I'd
please?
love to. So,
Thank God.
with regard to their former teams, we have AWS's Miralin on Medic. We have Epsilon's War on Demoman. Soldiers, we have Ips, who's been on hiatus for a few seasons, but probably most recently formerly of MIG. And then Rising, formerly of Reason, Sam, formerly of Reason, Samsy that is, and then Kyla, formerly of Epsilon. Incredibly superstar team, as you said before, incredibly scary, and I think everyone in their right mind has their money on them to win this match. But going up against them, we do have Animate. Sideshow, talk us through them.
Big Animate. Okay, so we have Fragmented, now playing Medic, has previously played Demoman and Soldier around Div 1 level before. On the Demoman, we have Laid Back, who I think is Polish, but I'm not completely sure about that. On the Soldiers, we have Torsen, the big Spanish soldier, and Ryder. And then on Scouts, we have Issen and Walker. Both have previously played Soldier in the past, now moving over to Scout. They seem pretty good at it. So they're going to be taking on the EU Super Team. I did say last map that this was definitely going to be closer.
I didn't really.
I completely lied. This is going to be a thrashing. Maincall are going to come out in Storm, but we're here to witness is it the first official that Maincall have played since their creation?
Possibly. Yeah, well, we're going to see what kind of start they get off to. They could be a team with all the best players in the world, but eternally cursed to underperforming officials. So this could be a massively fundamental game to the future of TF2. But with Epsilon's decline, this could be the team that sticks around for a whole new generation and dominates the game. So this will be their starting point. Yeah, as you said, people look back on this in years to come, say that's where it all started. That cast where Sideshow started talking and Ali's mic wasn't working, that one.
Yeah, I think you flatter yourself. Nobody's going to remember this in 10 minutes, never mind 10 years.
Well, it might not last a minute, so yeah.
Right. I am now on the server, having got the info. Thank you very much. We have got both of the teams on here. We're 5v6 at the moment. Maybe we should say a little bit about maincall.tf and their name change. Of course, it reflects the new organization on the scene, maincall.tf. Do you know anything about them, Ali?
So I think they're a bit of a ragtag bunch of guys. I think they was spawned from a double mix group. And basically, yeah, it's just a group of guys who are going to start casting some games is the upshot of what I got from it. They have a website. I think it's just maincall.tf. So that'd be worth checking out. But yeah, it's impressive that they've got their name behind what is going to be the best team in Europe probably for the next season. But yeah.
I had a little look on their website, and I think basically it was just the guys in maincall.tf, the Sixes team, really enjoyed the passion behind the actual casting organization, and they just thought, yeah, we'll put your names out there, give you a bit of free advertising. But so that's pretty good, and I'm well up for seeing what they can produce and inject a little bit of competition into the casting scene. That's what we need. Get all the coverage out there.
Scrubs covering officials and such. But yeah, either way, they've got themselves the best team probably in Europe, and For that respect, we're gonna see them versus Animate. And how close are you to how close are you to going to live? Are you talking to the teams?
They are live now, in fact, Ali. If you were in the game, you would have realised we have just gone live and we're going to head off to this first middle here. Tell you who I'm going to watch. I'm going to watch the Roma Rising from maincall.tf. He isn't doing a super fast rollout like I thought he might have done. So at the mid-fight, we're having a little bit of a tussle between the demo men at the moment. Big bomb in from Torsten, the Spanish soldier. He bombs all the way in. He's not able to take anybody, and Ip shuts him down. But Ryder's got in onto Miralin. Miralin surfing away, but all the way into the other team. He backs out into Logjam at the moment. The scouts from Animate not quite able to sort him out. War has bombed in though. He gets taken down by Laid Back, and Fragmented has survived. He's on 53 HP though, and he's getting chased down by Kyler. He does go down, and that's going to give a big advantage to Miralin. Laid Back, the only person still in this mid-fight, he finally gets cleaned up. That was a hotly contested mid-fight.
So yeah, I just got into the game at the end there and saw Miralin take apart Fragmented. By the sounds of it, it was Miralin once again living up to his reputation as one of the best medics in Europe. Lesser medic might have died during that, and we would have actually seen an even start to this middle. I've just seen one of the soldiers from Animate go behind there. I don't know if they know he's there. They've got spawners coming in, so they're probably going to spot him sometime soon. As Maincall just going to walk in.
No, Torsen's going onto the medic and he drops Miralin. Brilliant play by Torsen.
Ready. But the big air shot comes out. There's the soldier on Spire. Not sure who that was. I think it was Rising. Yeah, just completely denied Animate having any aggression put back onto that point. They may not have a medic, but their raw DM is still the best in Europe. But yeah, big by Torsen. Miralin maybe too confident. Called that soldier behind, but maybe he didn't know. Maybe his reactions weren't good enough. Maybe he wasn't expecting it. Who would?
So many maybes. All I know is that Scrub dropped his Uber. Get good, Miralin, please. And that's going to give a big advantage to Fragmented and the whole Animate team. They look like they want to be pushing out to, with their supercharge, but they're on the bottom area at the moment, taking quite a bit of spam. Are they going to get forced here? Rising's in on the side. He's got onto Fragmented. Fragmented down to 10 HP and does pop his Ubercharge off. Are they going to get any frags with this?
They get Rising, who was just escaping there, but that's really not a decent trade when they lost their demo man on entry. Kyler gets another frag on too. His opposite scout number Walker, and Ryder's going to get caught out too. They lose Kyler, but that's not going to stop their wave of aggression as we see it 2 for 2 at the moment. Miralin's on 90% Ubercharge. He's just going to wait for that. It's having a poke, but definitely going to wait for a Zuba. I don't even know if they're going to wait to have their full 6 members. They've still got a player advantage at the moment. The spawn's just coming in, but they're already in with their Ubercharge. They haven't even popped yet. They got right onto the point, and now it's completely on the medics combo. There's a heavy there, it's just going to get completely destroyed. 2 frags now. They lose Sam, but they've definitely got the frags in their favour at the moment, as it's just their combo. Ryder can't kill everyone here, surely. He goes down, just the medic left. Miralin takes the kill of the Fragmented, and that's going to be the first round of main call.
It's 1-0 as we go to the second mid-fight. That was a nice nice series of pushes there after a great defense on Spire by maincall.tf. I'm waiting for this fast Roma rollout. I know it can be done, but at the moment we're not seeing it. Yes, Torsen's doing it. Torsen with the huge rollout onto mid, jumps all the way over to the enemy's house, and now he's going to block Rising. They're going to have a little Roma fight in the log room now. Torsen doesn't get the better end of it though.
Yeah, and we're going to see the rest of Maincall coming aggressive. Ips jumps really far forward, but swoops away and gives enough of a distraction for the rest of the team to go forward. Sorry, Rising that was that came forward. And it's just going to be the scouts dancing around and War laying down the sticky hurt, which is going to force the team back Fragmented. It's just Walker staying forward at the moment. He managed to get the frag onto War. That's really nice. Wasn't supported by any of his team members, but more importantly, it's going to go Fragmented a route out of there. But it looks like Maincall are going to keep coming forward, and if Torsen's not careful, he's going to get caught out too, down to 40 health there. Just about gets out, and he's going to have his Uber to defend last. So we're going to see our first Uber versus Uber situation.
Uber and Wars. They're going to have to wait for War to respawn. No, they're just going to go without him. Ips and Samsy, sorry, taking this Uber charge in on the top right, but Ips has been juggled away. He's going to take a lot of damage as he tries to get out, but Walker's going to finish him off. That's a pick, and Animate going to be able to push with that. Laidback's coming down from the right-hand side with Walker chasing out a frag on the left. But Walker's now been separated, and he's a pick, but he gets a 1v1 against Sam, and he's trying to lure Kyler in as well. I don't think he's going to get anything there, and they've both backed off into Gandalf's Summer Cave. But at the same time, Rising's come behind in secret on last.
Yeah, they know he's there. He's going to go down in the end. A bit I'm not sure if Ips thought that Animate didn't have Uber yet then.
Kyler in onto last. He's back capping. He's got the point here. Torsen missing a rocket jump and he's not able to defend.
Where did he come from?
He just came in from the top left-hand side from the defender's perspective. He was hanging around in that upper lobby area. Nobody pushed out from that kind of angle, and so he was just able to run onto the point.
That's been pretty disappointing from Animate. They've held off an Uber versus Uber fight against maincall, and then they lose to a back cap. But yeah, we're going to see if Torsen can do the fast rollout once again. He really denied War first time. He's going to be much slower this time. War is going to peek out but then go back. Torsen jumps round to the side. He doesn't know good enough for job distracting at the start, but he's going to go down. As Rising comes for a big bomb, the medic Fragmented is all the way across the point, and he's just going to get completely attacked from all sides. There's a scout behind at the moment. He's on to Miralin. Miralin, can he dodge? He's got his Ubersaur out, but just about the scout gets cleaned up just in time from Kyler. I say just in time. Miralin survives with 130 health. What do you expect? But yeah, this time it's going to be a full wipe as we see Torsen instantly picking up the spy. But will he have enough time because they're already so far forward at the moment, maincall?
No, that was a nice pre-fire rocket there. I'm not sure if you caught that, but Rising just pre-fired a rocket straight into where Torsen was going to be walking. Immediately found him, so Torsen was forced to go backwards. So no spy on the field anymore. But Winko, the scout for Animate, has respawned onto the heavy class, and he's going to hang around on the top right, top left, really behind the point. And Walker's going to be the pyro trying to deny the super as it comes in on the top left now. He's got a good job on it, but both of the scouts come in and they've destroyed him. Pyro not very effective against those scouts, and now they've got another 2 frags as well. Winko, the only person really providing a defense, as Laidback isn't able to hit his pipes, but Winko's getting slowly chipped away. He doesn't have the high ground, and now it's only Laidback to try and defend against 3. But the spawner's in. Walker's jumped onto the point. He might be able to kill 3.
He's not going to kill 3. Yeah, that was unlucky. Again, it wasn't just them completely crumbling Animate. They held for so long, but yeah, just not long enough. We're going to get it to 3-0. Bear in mind, the other game had already finished, so you were right in that respect that this is going to be, if not closer, a longer game. And once again, we're going to see Torsen not go for that false rollout. Both them men playing so passively at the moment. We're going to see who's instigate the aggression. Torsen is lining up a jump, but he's just getting so much spam towards him. He's going to be able to go straight away. He finally goes. Skip jumps off the rock, gets quite far forward, but he's being focused so hard by Ip. But they're doing so well at the moment. Ryder follows up on his jump and gets 2 frags. Miralin and War down. Winko takes down Ip. It's just Ryder down at the moment. This is definitely going to be a mid for Animate. Wow.
Torsen just jumped right over Kyler's head and completely missed him, and now he's taking the 1v1 and he just take down Walker. There's only Winko on this midpoint as well, and Kyler's going to run in and try and take that. And he's got such good DM, but unfortunately he's not able to take that, and Winko and the rest of Animate picking up their first middle. Nice play, and they've got such an uber advantage to push last here, but it looks like maincall.tf don't want to give them the Spire for free. They have popped Fragmented, and Rising's getting out as well. Lots of players weak from maincall, but the players from Animate just not in a position to be able to push last. They do get a pick on Rising. He's not quite able to get out here, and now they've overextended too far. Laidback going down and Fragmented on half HP. They're going to get crushed here as they try and come in through this tiny choke point.
Yeah, it's just going to be Walker left alive. It looked like maincall were the ones who overextended there. But there's a scout on the backup. Oh, they've just seen him. He ran into that sneaky and run right into a scout there. He's going to get cleaned up surely there. Sam doing the deed. But yeah, it looked like maincall were going to get caught out when they ran right into that Uber, but they juked it long enough, only losing Rising, and Rising wasn't enough for them to push in the way they did. The demo got juggled, and maincall were just going to recap this very easily as Ips changing to NG and then Sniper there and back to Soldier. Some reason, not quite sure if he thought they would get a forward spawn or something. We can see Torsen hiding up on the building at the moment, gonna try and deny War if he comes through that exit. He's getting spammed by a scout at the moment. He's just there. Surely Torsen's gonna get onto the medic. He gets 1 rocket, forces the Uber out from Miralin. He's going to get taken down, but that's a really good trade in the end for Animate. Ward jumps forward, trying to get something done. He's going to catch out the demo around there. Really nice stickies from War. And with 2 frags, that might be enough to put on as push on as Fragmented only on 70%. They're going to chase at the moment. That's Rising jumping forward. Will he be able to get onto the medic? He hits 1 rocket. He hits 2. Can he hit the last one? He can. Really nice from Rising there. And he's still alive. Going to be taken down by Ryder, but did his job there as Roman. Takes down the medic. And this is surely going to be a last push for maincall.
And maincall have actually been delayed a lot because Walker took the 1v1 against Kyler and killed him as he was capping mid, and that forced the rest of maincall to come back and block this. So they're going to have players up to defend this Spire here, Animate, and they've bombed in to try and get onto the med. He does manage to get out, and War gets out on incredibly low health as well, but they lose 2 for that. Just a slight delay from Animate, but they're not going to be able to from main call. Sorry, but they're not going to buy enough time for Fragmented to get his Uber charge up. So Miralin on 95% against Fragmented's 20, and they're just going to push in here. Rising already in from the bottom right.
Yeah, that Uber's going to come in from the middle there. Massive air shot by Ips onto the demo man. Laid back, he juggles him all the way across the point and hits him in the air. Another down to just the heavy left alive. He's not going to be able to fight 2 players though. Direct rocket from Ips takes him down. The spawner from Tolson gets 2 frags, but he can't get a 4th or a 5th. And this is going to be a 4th round. This is almost a mirror image of that first game, because if you remember right, Coast to Coast picked up every middle except 1, and then they got pushed back to their second, which they retook and then pushed all the way to last. So far this has been a mirror image of the previous game. And once again we're going to see what's going to happen on middle last. It worked out really well for Animate this time. Are they going to have the same sort of luck?
Rising going in for a really fast bomb here. He's hanging around on their ramp, and he's duking around on the bottom as well. It looks like both teams kind of... Oh no, Rising coming in, bombing onto Fragmented. He does manage to get him, and he takes down Walker as well. Great play from Rising as he comes in and gets a nice flank behind through the log room. Kyler was there ready and waiting as well, but he had no part to play. Rising managing it all on his own, and Torsen they're trying to get onto Miralin but doesn't manage to pick him up. Miralin dancing away, nobody can touch him. Winko respawning as Demoman for the sorry, what am I talking about? That class is called Engineer.
They are very similar icons, I can forgive you.
Yeah. He's respawning as Engineer. We have an NG Sniper defense. The Sniper, an interesting choice. There is quite a sightline down this left-hand side.
He's not looking in the right place, though, as the combo is already pushing to lobby, and they're going to push to that middle part again, as they've done so many times before. It's Soldier Demo coming in. Soldier jumping right onto them. He's not going to get anything done, though. War's pipes, though, are going to follow through. Gets a sticky kill initially onto Walker. Sam's going to come in, but the sentry is still up. Gets a frag. Finally goes down to Ibs' rockets. They've got 2 people still alive. The Demo has to jump down, though, just through pure numbers, and that's going to be 5-0. Second 5-0 roll-off today. Hopefully not a no man for later on, but yeah, that's going to be the second game, going as everybody would have expected in favour of main call. And yeah, just as close, Sideshow.
And that was actually closer. That was closer than the previous game.
Surprisingly so.
Which is a bit ridiculous. But I hope that whet your appetite for seeing more of maincall.tf in future tournaments, cups, seasons, etc. Big name team. The players that are going to be trying to contest them are Team BK, who I believe are all Swedish, and we are going to be going...
I think they have QNX on their roster.
Oh, they have QNX as well, yeah, but he's actually left recently. No, he's left recently, so they're going to pick up somebody else, yeah.
Okay, I saw the avatar he had, maybe just benched or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, temporarily, kind of like...
So, talking about Swedish Scandinavian players, we are going to be going into an ETF2L Nations Cup game, Sweden v France after this, so stick around. That game is going to be genuinely incredible. These two are just a warm-up for the main course of Sweden v France, the quarterfinals of the Nations Cup. Both of those teams, incredible. In fact, they might have both won it before. France have always got a team that's capable of competing at the Premiership level, in Sweden as well, one of those Scandinavian teams that can always field an incredible team. Shall we have a look at some logs? Some lovely 5-0 logs that mean absolutely nothing, but they allow David
always
to bring it up on his fancy little overlay.
What kind of logs the 5-0 one? Bad, because they always lead to ones where some players got a massively horrible KD. And the thing is, he could be on the 5-0 team just by virtue of everyone else stealing the flag, so it's pretty poor representation. But yeah, we'll see what they say. Have you got them loaded yet?
I do. I've got them up at the moment. Leading the damage, we've got Warher. Yeah, that's not very surprising. Hitting 413 damage per minute, 13 for 7. Big plays from War. Rising as well with 14 for 9, second top damage. Laid back, 5th on the damage, not quite having the best game. And Winko and Walker, the 2 poor scouts from Animate, not hanging down there at the bottom with some of the least frags as well. The flank from Animate not being able to compete with the flank of maincall.tf, not able to capitalise on any room that they were given on mid-fights or clean up damage quite as well, but that was to be expected, Ellie, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely not half as bad as some of the KDs we saw in that last match as well. I mean, a lot more even. But good start to maincall's official career, I guess. Oh, God.
Oh God, somebody in stream chat has just pointed out Warher's stats are 13, 3 assists, 7 deaths. Good. I bet he planned
Excellent.
it. Honestly, I would not be surprised if he planned it. Oh, he just plays for the stats, doesn't he? He plays for these Gentleman John stats
That's a new
articles.
level of playing for the stats.
Deliberately planning your kills, assists, and deaths. So, David informs me that we are going to a short break just before the game Sweden v France because these games have been so quick. Our appetite has barely been whetted for Logjam, and it's been removed from us so quickly. The knockout stages of Logjam will also be casted at some point as well. I'm sorry I don't have the dates to hand, but I'm sure you can check that out on the Team Fortress TV website.
If not, Sideshow and I will play some Logjam pubs in his stream, and you can
Logjam pubs, I don't believe they exist.
you can see a whole new perspective.
Yeah, so we're just going to go to a
pubs,
short
otherwise
break.
known as double mix.
Yeah, and double mixes. We're just going to go to a short break before the next game, which is going to be the ETF2L Nations Cup, Sweden v France. We'll see you there.